Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Michael Badaway Live. It's May 18th, 2020, Monday evening. I hope you're enjoying your Victoria Day. So, it's been a while since we last had communication. Nevertheless, I'm glad that we have this opportunity to continue our chat regarding the virus and other such things going on in the world. First of all, I'd like to wish a happy Groundhog's Day to everybody. That's just because I don't know if you've ever seen that movie with Bill Murray back in the 90s. Basically, he wakes up every single morning and it's Groundhog's Day. That's kind of how I think all of us might be feeling a little bit right now. With things opening up in Ontario, at least a little bit tomorrow, I think that things are going to get a little bit better, but we shall see. And we shall always also see what that's going to do to infection rates. Also, actually, it's an interesting day in history. If you're interested in history at all, I am. Montreal was founded on this day in 1642. Napoleon became Emperor of France on this day in 1804. That's kind of cool, actually. And well, in 1910, somebody named Haley saw a comet on this very day, and well, you know the rest of that story. Also, hey, the Chinese theater opened in Hollywood on this day in history, where the big Hollywood premieres happen. So there you go. And this day in 1998, the United States government filed an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft. On this day in 1998, the United States government filed an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft. Today, Bill Gates is making a vaccine that potentially 7 billion people around the globe are going to inject themselves with. Do you trust Bill Gates? There's all kinds of things about Bill Gates going around. Bill Gates is the Antichrist. Bill Gates is going to save us all. Bill Gates wants to chip us all. Bill Gates wants to lower the population. Bill Gates this, Bill Gates that. I don't know. It's scary what people say. But people say a lot of things, so you kind of have to take everything with a grain of salt, right? Nevertheless, right now we've got 4.9 million people infected with the virus on planet Earth. Of those, 320,000 of us have passed away. The United States still in first place with 1.5 million. 91,000 people have died in the United States. Russia's in second place now with 290,000 infected, 2,700 dead. Spain wrapping up the top three, 278,000 infected in the country of Spain. We dropped down to number 13 now for China. They've got 82,000 infected with 4,600 dead. Canada's right down below them at number 14, 78,000 infected, 5,842 dead. It is worth noting that the chance of dying in Canada is higher than the chance of dying in China. Number 31 is Poland. 19,000 people are infected in Poland. 41, Egypt. We've got 12,000 people infected at the center of the globe in Egypt, with only 645 having passed so far. God rest their souls. 54, Australia. 7,000 people are now infected in Australia. Australia, well done. Still under 100 deaths. 99 people have passed so far in Australia. I hope that remains to be the case. Likely it won't be just because of statistics, but well done, nevertheless. Let's go back to this vaccine thing, because it's raised a lot of stir. So I saw this video posted by some nurse or whatever. She was talking about dangers of, growing vaccines in, aborted fetal tissue cells that have been having their apoptosis turned off. And essentially it's like growing your vaccine in a cancer cell, sort of. At least that's what the video was saying. So I shared it to my Facebook just to see what other people think. So I didn't say, I'm in agreement or in disagreement with this video. I simply said, what do you think? It's so disturbing. I just want to know. And people jumped all over it. So the consensus is either that, vaccines are crazy, or how dare I share such a thing to my Facebook. And I would like to remind you of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, where we have the freedom of expression in this country. And that is to express our views, no matter how foolish or not you may think they are. That being said, I wasn't expressing any viewpoint myself, but rather putting forth what I had seen and asking for other people's viewpoint on it. There's a difference. In any case, it begs the question, what is going to come next? If this is the new normal, I'm not normal. I don't like normal. So, you know what it's like? We're living in this sort of fantasy land. It's a sort of virtual reality world or augmented reality. You're staring into your television. Your best friends are the prime minister and the premier. You speak with them every day. You feel like you know them. And it's just a weird place. Human beings need social interaction. It's almost like one big experiment, a social experiment in isolation. I know those two things, social and isolation, kind of whatever. Anyway, think outside the box. Don't be afraid to question things. You know, people say if you question something that you're a conspiracy theorist or this or that. These are labels. We don't like labels. But anyway, let's touch on that for a moment. It's human sort of nature to question things. So that's regardless. That's our nature. That's what makes us, learn things and gain new knowledge and evolve our understanding of everything. So you can't possibly say that, something is the way it is and that's it, because that's not science. That's doctrine. If you're going to be talking about science, you have to be open always to the fact that you can be disproven at any point by another scientist. So I think we have to keep an open mind with everything. Is Bill Gates Antichrist? Probably not. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he looks like it. But still, what do you expect? People have a lot of time on their hands. They're worried. They're speculating. And they have every right to be worried. And they have every right to speculate. And frankly, there are some weird things in those vaccines. And as a layman, I look at that and it's disturbing. So, whatever. You make your own determinations. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I've been vaccinated. Nonetheless, if there is some sort of issue, then we need to change our approach moving forward if we've made an error. And until that happens, if that is the case, or whether it's been proven to me, I don't know, maybe there is some merit in mitigating the risk. That being said, I'm not telling you to do anything against the advice of your physician, because I'm not a physician, so don't take my advice. Having also said that, I have been vaccinated against all of the major diseases that offer vaccines, and I in no way am telling you to not get vaccinated, because perhaps there is a risk to vaccination, but with a lot of things, the benefit far outweighs the risk. Having said that, again, the video and the information that I saw was too disturbing to ignore for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your parents, everybody. So do your own research. I'm not a researcher. Until next time, take care of yourself and your family.